Hello everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 video. In this video, I'm going to be showing off my brand new Reshade preset, showing you the settings that I have, showing you how to use them, and this video will also be a part of my Reshade playlist, where in the past I have showed off previous presets and tutorials, so you can check them out as well because that might be applicable to some settings in this video. But as I said, I will be showing you my settings because I know sometimes with Reshade presets and effects and things like that, settings don't line up from like the video you watch and like how it looks in your game. So don't worry because I've got you covered in that regard. But yeah, as you can see, I have my new sim over here. And for this video, I kind of wanted to make like a princess or like a kind of aristocratic sim, and she's wearing a very glamorous dress in a castle. If you want to know where the dress is from, check out my recent CC showcase video. But as you can see here, my gameplay Reshade preset is fully in effect. I'm currently in my little photo mode using the tab key, so it looks very cinematic and the background is blurred. It looks very nice. And yeah, I'm going to keep things very short and sweet. So we're going to tab out and you will notice the blur disappears, and I will show you how to do that. But first of all, this preset is technically two presets. So I do have a create a sim preset and a game preset. So if we check out Reshade over here, we have the decaf game preset over here. And if we use the hotkey to get to the previous one, we have my create a sim one, which I will show you how that looks in create a sim in a moment. If you didn't know how to set up hotkeys to switch between multiple presets, you go into the settings and you want to go where it says previous preset key and next preset key. And I use Shift F9 and then Shift F10 to switch between the presets. So Shift F9 brings me to create a sim. Shift F10 brings me to gameplay, and you can just do that in game if you want to switch between them. But yeah, if we look at my game preset, you can see it looks very different from the vanilla game and also quite different from other reshade presets that you might have encountered. This is what it looks like without any reshade. So this is what my game looks like. This is the natural colors of the game and how everything looks. It looks a lot darker and a lot more muted. And then here with it back on, you can see that I have a more like warm tone, like autumnal color palette. I do feel like the color filters still stay true to like the natural colors, like the sky is still blue, the roof over here still has a reddish hue, but it has a slightly warmer, brighter feel to it. And the effects that I currently use are here for my game preset. I use the Luma Sharpen, the Technicolor 2 effect, MXAO, which is a very controversial one. It's very hard to work out. I will show you my settings. I use the Tint effect or Sepia effect and the Filmic Pass effect. So I will show you all of my settings for that shortly. I want to go into Create a Sim for the Create a Sim preset to show you what that looks like. So here we are in Create a Sim. I have the Create a Sim preset enabled, and this is pretty similar to the game preset. I actually do use all of the same effects, the only difference being that the MXAO settings are slightly different. So I'm going to scroll down all of my settings so that you can have a look and pause if you want to look at all of the values, because I know that's really helpful. So we have the Filmic Pass settings, the Luma Sharpen settings, the MXAO settings, and then we have the sepia settings over here. The hue that I use, or like the hex code, is over here. And then here we have the hex code for Technicolor 2, because you can set one to kind of add your own color filter. Feel free to change this if you like as well to your own taste. And yeah, those are all of the Create Some settings. So I feel like that's really helpful because sometimes you watch tutorials for Reshade and in their game the preset looks amazing, but in your game it just looks really messed up. And you know it's some sort of setting, but there's so many options. And that's an issue that I've found, especially with MXAO, and I do have a video kind of addressing how to fix MXAO, so I would check that out if it's not really working out in your game, or if it's just not showing up at all. MXAO is the shadowing, by the way, so like if we take off MXAO over here, you can see my game doesn't have any shadowing effect. Some people don't like it, so you can turn that off if you don't like it at all. But if it isn't showing up in your game, a quick fix could be to turn off the edge smoothing setting in the graphic settings. But yeah, that is my Create a Sim preset settings. And just for a reminder, this is what my game looks like with the preset. This is what it looks like without it. It's a very stark difference. I feel like it's more noticeable in Create a Sim in my opinion. But yeah, it is crazy. I've been using this preset for a month and I'm already so used to it. Like any other preset just doesn't feel right to me. But we're going to go back into live mode so I can show you the game preset settings and also how to enable the blur. So here we are back in the game and I'm going to open up Reshade. And now we are going to have a look at my game settings. So we have the Filmic Pass settings, the Luma Sharpen settings, the MXAO settings. I have them turned down for gameplay just because I think it looks better and it's also smoother for gameplay. And then we have the sepia and technicolor settings. The colors are the exact same as the create sim options. And now for the camera blur effect. So this enables when I go into tab mode to take pictures of my sims or to zoom in on things. And you can actually bind an effect with a key on your keyboard. So when I go into tab, say I want to take a picture of Zara, it will then use the adof effect. I never really liked using the adof effect in the past because I could never get the settings right and no other video really showed off their settings. So I'm going to show you how to bind the adof effect with a key on your keyboard and also the settings that I use to make it look like this. So if we tab out and go into the settings, and you might have already noticed that I actually do have the tab key over here, which basically means that I've binded the tab key with the effect. So to bind the effect with a key on your keyboard, it doesn't have to be tab, but if you want to use it for pictures like I am, I would recommend using tab. You want to right click on the effect, and then you just want to click on this box over here, and you can make it Q if you want, you can make it tab, you can make it K, whatever you want. And I want to keep it as tab, so I will just press off of that and it will then be bound to tab. So if I want it to work properly, I'm just going to press tab again so it goes off of it right now since we're not in the tab camera mode. And yeah, so that means once you have all the settings the way that they are, you can press tab on your sim and you can get a really cool cinematic shot like this, which is super amazing. And yeah, that is the gist of my Reshade. If you do have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments because I always like to help people. I know it can be very confusing if you're new to it all. And if you are confused, please refer to my other videos in the Reshade playlist, which this video is a part of, because I may have addressed some of your concerns in those videos. They're all relatively short and easy to understand, so yeah, make sure to check those out as well if you're confused. And to download my new Reshade preset, check out the decaf preset on my Patreon, which will be linked down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and as always, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you all very soon with another Sims 4 video. Bye!
Word up, you know what I'm saying?